Hey guys, before we start the episode, just wanted to let y'all know that these stickers are available. Just DM me to get yours.
Monetize on YouTube, bitch. Don't know if I can say the word bitch. Argentinians on their bullshit. Again? Don't they know that white Latinos exist?
Hip from the hip hop. Welcome to the TALKESHI podcast, episode 21. Wow, the podcast is legal. But you know what else is legal? Well, not legal, but monetized. This channel. Or at least, my YouTube channel. I don't know how to thank y'all for, getting me up to this point. I'm very grateful because, I've been working at it so hard for years. Well, yeah, I've been working at it for, a year now to be, a little more direct with my YouTube subscribers and my YouTube content. So I'm very grateful, and we're a little over past 1.5k. We're at 1.6k on the YouTube channel now, so I'm very thankful. And we're almost at 300 plays on the Spotify podcast. So again, thank y'all so much. And yeah, honestly, that was some great news to hear last weekend, because last weekend was full of W's for me. Well, for the world, I mean, you know who got COVID. I don't think I have to explain myself more. Well, I do. I'll get into it in a bit. We have a few things we're going to talk about other than the main topic, but last Friday there was that. There was Meg was on SNL. It's great for me. Cody and Noel released a new song, Sophia. So, it was just W's for me. Also, I started my Yo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana series. If you don't know what that is, go check it out on my Instagram, on my main Instagram. And yeah, what else? Oh, well, yeah, I really wanted to make today kind of a regular podcast. I know last week we had Ana Macho on, which was great. Thank you so much, Ana Macho. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And that was really fun, and I thank y'all for that. But this week I just wanted to make it pretty chill. Maybe we talk about a few things that were relevant this week, like Spanish and what it means to be Caribbean, Latinx and Puerto Rican and all that stuff. We'll get into that right after we go through just a few of some things that happened this week. So, Mr. Full of their COVID, which we didn't talk about last week because, of course, very interesting to see that he's magically recuperated. I don't know how to say that in English, but goddamn, I don't even know what to say about. Well, I do, because it's so crazy. I thought this from the beginning. He's gonna get it, and then he's gonna magically recover, because of course he is, because he has the best freaking medical team on the planet. Well, probably not on the planet, but you know what I mean? He has resources to get cured or to feel better or whatever. So he's fine. I don't give a shit about him in that sense. However, his supporters were gonna definitely see that he got better and whatever, and that was wild. With the whole I don't got DNA, I got USA thing, which I thought was literally a meme, and it was actually him saying that. Wow. Anyway, yeah, that's expected. His supporters are gonna think that they're gonna beat it too, as easily as he did, because he had all the money to, or the resources. Let's put it that way. Not all of them do. Not all of them have free healthcare and the resources to beat COVID, but they're gonna think that he beat it, and just because he did, everyone else did anyway. We don't have to get into that. We already saw all that. I know my job as a podcaster is to bring you things that you probably didn't know, but you knew. My audience knows. Also, it really sucks that Trump is using this whole they're gonna talk COVID relief after the election. You know how manipulative that is? You know how horrible that is? Yes, okay, no matter who wins this election, he is going to talk about it. He is going to discuss it. We'll see. But then, his decision is going to be influenced by the election, by whether he wins or not. That is one of the worst. Okay, I hate sounding like that and then someone being like, oh, really? What about this and this? But that is one of the worst things that I've seen him actively do. For his campaign. I'm just... Someone said that this election was the most unprofessional election ever, and I 100% agree with that. Of course, there were a few other things that happened in the political world, aka Mike Pence's fly And like, it was, to me, it was like, okay, that happened, whatever. He stinks. We've been knew that the dude stinks. But to me, it was so crazy to see so many people on Twitter be like, have like the black friend joke, which was so off-putting to me. Like, that's literally how I found out that there was a fly on Mike Pence's head in the debate, because like I was busy the whole day, and then when I checked Twitter, it was like, Mike Pence has a fly on his head. And the way I find out is that viral tweet that's like, oh, Mike Pence's only black friend, which is like, yeah, of course, let's compare black people to animals. People are just brain dead, bro. Like, and it's so crazy how, like, in any other years, we would have probably let this joke fly. No? Okay, I'll stop right here. But I'm sorry. But yeah, it's just ridiculous to me how we let that just, well, we is a lot of people. I didn't. When I saw that, right away we just went like, are you all okay? It's crazy, whatever. But in other news, debate wise, here in Puerto Rico at least, we had that debate. We're having a lot of debates, which is crazy. Like, I mean, I know que algunos se anuncian. I know que some of them, like, por Univision y qué sé yo, but those are like the big ones, I guess. Y, you know, like everyone knows about those, but I feel like there's a lot of from smaller groups. Like, there was this ambiental one, there was this infraestructura one from last night, and I'm just like, damn, there's a lot. And someone did actually say like they would love for me to like react to all the debates live and whatever. I've considered doing that, although like I said, I do discuss it on here. I do discuss what I can here. So yeah. ¿Cuándo fue? El miércoles fue el ambiental. Que Lugaro le dijo cara lechuga a Pierluisi. Honestly, good, because he is a lobbyist for la AES, which is really bad for the environment. I don't know how people don't think que, I know que people say siempre Twitter una burbuja, which kind of true, but listen up. It would be really funny if allá afuera were the burbuja. Hear me out. Like, it gets to me, I feel like, ¿verdad? Como que la generación mayor, or like just people que support Pierluisi, all they do is read like the news, and they don't really read other articles that can give them insight on, ¿verdad? Su candidato or whatever. So maybe that's la burbuja. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that happened on probably Wednesday, and then freaking Cesar Vaque ayer le faltó respeto a la torre, because like, to me, he just seems, in my opinion, he just seems so unprofessional, in the sense that, like, sure, he can say a few things very slowly. That doesn't mean that you're a professional. Okay, me contradije, but it's whatever. You know what I mean? He just seems like the type of person that just because he knows how to speak in that manner, thinks that that's what I mean. Just because he speaks like that he, you know, like, that he deserves respect or is a good candidate or whatever, and he's not. Not only because of his values, he just doesn't seem like the kind of person I would vote for. Like, besides his values, let's throw away all the misogyny, the homophobia, the everything. He just doesn't seem like a candidate that sparks empathy, or sparks like, yeah, like, I don't know, man. Pero anyway, the way que le habló a la torre is just unacceptable, dude. Like, que usted, like, he spoke como le habla a una abuela, which is something that I hate so much. Es cuando los viejos like, he didn't do this, pero it gave me the same tone de cuando los hombres viejos o mayores le dicen a las mujeres como que, mira nena, and if it's like my grandpa or something, even then me molesta. Cuando mi abuelo mismo me dice, mira nena, I'm like, but like a stranger telling me, mira nena, like, it's so condescending. It's like, I'm not a child. I'm 24. I'm not a nena. I'm a woman. But I digress. In the same way que le habló como una abuela o una nieta, como que usted no vuelva a like, you can't tell her what to do. She's the moderator, bro. Shut the fuck up. Y nada, después abandonó el estudio. We all wanted footage of that, but we didn't get it, which sucks, pero I guess we'll have to do with that for now. And last but not least, in the news in general, before we get to today's main topic, is Tory Lanez. We're gonna get you, dude. Oh my god, I'm so happy about this news. I don't want to celebrate it because, ¿verdad? Como que I don't want anything like that until justice is served, you know, which Meg, by the way, she's the one that, you know, this is her merch, which she deserves justice, and I am not going to celebrate until she gets justice. But I am glad to see that there is a foot in the door for this situation, because she almost fucking died. And I'm so done with, I'm just so done, dude, with, you know, men getting away with violence against women, especially like in the United States, black women. Like, it's insane the rate that it's happening too, you know. So I'm glad to see that there might be some justice getting done, that there's some action being taken at the very least, and I'm gonna track that situation I'm gonna keep an eye out for this situation, very much so. Okay, so on to today's main topic. So recently salió este video de Nathy Peluso, which I have a lot of friends that actually do like Nathy Peluso. At least, like, I don't know, I would see her as a model or whatever on my friends' Instagram stories and be like, she looks pretty cool or whatever. And then the video of her singing this, which, like, dude, I follow a lot of gringos, and even they use, like, her whole thing as, like, a reaction, y qué sé yo. And, like, there was this video of her just spitting straight trash. Like, you saw at the beginning, like, what the fuck was that? That whole bitch, whatever kind of accent that she's trying to pull. And apparently it's not the first time that she's done that. Like, there's a whole video where she's just, like, putting on, she's like the Puerto Rican, she fucking wishes. She's like is she our Iggy Azalea, like, putting on an accent that she did not originally have just to sing? I feel like she is. And obviously, boy, that sparked a lot of conversation around, like, around our, I guess, our dialect, porque, ¿verdad? Como que we all speak Spanish. If you're Hispanic, you speak Spanish, of course, pero, like, to me at least, I'm starting to read upon this, because I actually am very uneducated in this sense, like, not the difference, but more like, you know, I am caribeña. I think by definition I am caribeña. I think a lot of people consider themselves to be only caribeñas. Like, I would think that I am also Latina, but what does that mean then? Because I read that it doesn't, like, just because I am here, it doesn't mean that I am actually Latina. That it just means that I am caribeña. A very interesting topic indeed. And of course, like, there was also, like, this article that came out. I loved it. I usually don't even read these articles, period. But an article about Bad Bunny called The World According to Bad Bunny came out, and it was really compelling. Like, I usually hate reading things in English about Puerto Rico, about the way that they describe the island, and, like, in English I hate it, but this one was really good. The author spent some time with Bad Bunny and everything, or at least, like, around his circle, and that was really cool to read about, like, to really concrete what Bad Bunny really means to us. Check out my Yo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana series, out now on my Instagram. No, but because I've always said it, like Bad Bunny is really, like, it's someone I look up to, in the sense that, like, wow, like, he really does mean something to our generation. I know there's a lot of discussion around him and him being in white spaces and all that stuff, but to a lot of people, to me, he represents a Puerto Rican dream, right? I'll get into that in another video probably, but I did like reading about what it means to be Puerto Rican and Puerto Rican culture in all that sense. Like, that article really did encompass everything that I've been feeling lately for the past few years and whatever about being Puerto Rican. So y'all should give it a read. It's in the New York Times. Anyway, so this whole thing with Nathy Peluso and whatever, it really did spark a conversation about our dialect. Like, you know, she is trying to put up an accent, specifically a Caribbean accent. which I actually had a viral tweet. No, it's actually not viral. I think it only got like 1K, but it was a popular tweet. Let's put it that way. Where I just say like, where I just say this. I've been growing up like all my life here in Puerto Rico. I've heard so much that our Spanish isn't real Spanish. That our Spanish is just street or slang, or let's put it this way, because not that I was called out, but someone did mention like, oh, this can be compared to, in the United States with like AAVE. People say that AAVE isn't real English because black people speak it. And yeah, it can be like, it's the same way, I guess, here. I don't want to get into like, I didn't really even want to really compare it to, but it is comparable. Just because I didn't want people being like, oh, I don't know, you know how it is. But yeah, and even here specifically, it is a dialect that comes, or that is highly spoken in majority poor, lower class, black, people here in Puerto Rico. So of course it is looked down upon, even from ourselves. We think it's not proper English. So it is an interesting conversation to have, because all our lives we hear that it's not real Spanish. And I got so many responses from people being like, yeah, like I encountered this Latin American person or this Central American person, and they told me, oh, so you're the ones that are ruining the language. And like that's not new though. Like I've heard that so much. So for years you hear that specifically from those people, and now recently to see those people make music, make reggaeton, which shout out to Rivera Maylin. She made a really good TikTok discussing how that is Caribbean music. Reggaeton is Caribbean music. It is not Latino music. It is it has Afro-Caribbean roots. And to now see those people that would say that our Spanish isn't the real Spanish or whatever, try to imitate our slang, try to cop our accents, try to take our music and make it theirs. It's pretty similar to, in my opinion, it is really similar to like in the United States, when like, specifically black women were always told that they were ghetto, or they were, I don't like using those words, but like, ratchet or whatever. And now you see white women having long nails and using the same makeup, blackfishing, just in general, like all those big things that they're doing. Seeing, Latin Americans, Central Americans, South Americans do the same thing, specifically white, those that are white, take that from us Caribbeans. It is just, for me, it's funny, it's hurtful. I laugh at it, but it is hurtful. And it's just like, it's also just not fair that Karol G gets to be called the queen of reggaeton when she is not Caribbean. She is not, that, like, what she sings is not even reggaeton for real. It is pop whitewashed, like Rivera Maylin said. Nope. Like I with Nathy Peluso is pretty much just doing that, and she's also like like there's been videos where she's just, someone said that well, I'm not gonna repeat what they said, but they were just saying like, yeah, dude, this is a costume for this girl. She's pretty much just playing a part. She's trying to imitate what like Caribbean people. My finishing statement to that pretty much is just like, of course they do. Of course they want that. They want like so many of these people. Like, I hate sounding like this because of course I am just Puerto Rican. There are people that are, I am just Puerto Rican and Caribbean, but there are people that are like, Afro-Caribeña, Afro-Latina, Afro, all that stuff. And I don't want to seem like I'm the one that's being stolen from, because of course, like, I'm white as well. Like I said in the beginning, there's white Latinos, and I feel like people don't, like, what I mean by that is that, of course, we're like the most visible, but they don't consider us white because we're Latino or we're Caribbean, when yes, we like have the same privileges as you in our own countries. I would get in, like, I think I've gotten into this, like, in my Black Lives Matter episode, but still, I don't want to be, like, over here, like, yeah, they're stealing from me, too. I mean, they are stealing from my culture, but I have to acknowledge that that culture comes from Afro-Caribbean roots, too. Like, I can't just be like, that is my culture. When it is, but you know what I mean. I hope y'all are understanding this, and I hope I kind of explained it from a point of view of like I am a privileged person, but it also does hurt because I do speak the dialect that they are stealing. So it's, yeah, like I hope y'all understand that point. It's also just bad. Like Nathy Peluso is just like, what is she saying? Like literally, she is like the whitest of the white, the whitest of the white. Like she is Argentinian, who every now and then like they just like starting beef with us on Twitter, specifically with a lot of Afro Latina women that I follow, Afro Caribbean women that I follow, uh Spain based. You can't be more colonizer than that, bro. Which is why it's so annoying to me that she wants to cop this style of like I am she does not say that. I am Latino Americana. It almost sounds like she's gringa saying this shit, if I'm being honest. Okay. Well, that is enough. Just know that I was gonna say actually on the title, Caribbean Spanish is real Spanish, but Caribbean Spanish is valid because, like, there was a tweet going around that was like, English is not a language I respect, so don't correct me in it. Spanish is also a language I don't fully respect because it is also a colonizer language. That's another story. Like, correct me if I'm wrong there, because one time I did tweet that. One time someone was like, oh, start speaking English because es un lenguaje colonizado. What do you think Spanish is? Where do you think that comes from? You don't think that comes from colonization times? What? Anyway, I think I'm gonna stop here and just say that this was hopefully a really interesting episode for y'all to listen to. It was pretty interesting for me to go through the motions of all of this. Thank you so much for like getting me to this point. I don't even know if I can mention it, but like, yeah, like that. I'm very happy that I can reap the fruits of my labor on YouTube ever since it started. This is what I've wanted. So I'm very happy. Go church announcements. I barely have any, I think. Go cop some stickers that I've been making for the Yo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana series. I also do have stickers from this podcast, which is, just go check those out on my Instagrams, which are linked down below, of course. I am gonna have merch of myself though soon, like themed of myself, which I'm very excited for. What else? There's gonna be kind of a rebrand, I guess, now that we've reached the 20th episode. I kind of been wanting to change things around, at least with like colors and whatever, so keep your eyes out for that, on the lookout for that. I might change the setting hopefully soon, because I can finally move soon, so hopefully there's a change in setting soon. We'll see about that, but like be patient with that, I guess. I'm very excited to see that. And yeah, that's the end of the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see y'all next week. Thank you for tuning in. Tuning in. Clito dish. See y'all.